Good evening. Good evening. How goes it? Where's Darla? Where's Darla since I've got this alfalfa in my head? Oh boy. So funny. The backwards camera, it's keeping my brain so flexible. It's not even funny. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to decrease the size of me and increase the size of the chat so I can see you guys better. I wish we could do a little bit more. That's the fun thing about Zoom is we can actually like see each other versus you guys just seeing me. But good evening. Welcome to the third YouTube live I've done today. Hey, Judy Dukes, nice to see you. I'm working on my Leslie again. I love it. Again for me too. Good evening. I'm taking a moment since it's the end of the day. This is when I tend to wind down. Good evening, Cheryl. Nice to see you. And I will be wanting us just a few minutes. Erica, nice to see you, and Tammy. Nice, good to see you all. Yes, today was these YouTube lives. They happen unexpectedly sometimes, expectedly and unexpectedly. You made it, Erica. Rock on. High five. Right there. Here. Right there. Awesome. Yeah. I made it too. This is my third one. I've been talking a lot to my computer today, and it's fun to have people on the other side. Hello, Penny Myers. Waving your hand. Very cool to see you. And Kim, I see Kim Christensen waving her hand too. Nice to see everybody. What was I thinking? This is the time of day, as you can tell by my attire. You can't see it all. It's 7 Central for you too. Okay, well, it's 8 p.m., but I'll tell you, I've had a long day and it's dark out. And so I've got my robe on. I have taken off the La Brassiere. I am wearing my pajama pants. My feet are out of my socks, so my toes are stretching. So I hope you're making yourself comfortable too. Penny Myers, it's okay. You don't have to do a darn thing. You can listen, and if you fall asleep, that's all right too. Okay, Anna, nice to see you. So, good evening, everybody. Yeah, for me, it's the winding down portion of my day. Oh, Penny Myers donated 4 bags of stuff today. Awesome. Yay. I love it. Carla Jane. Carla Jane. She says she took a mental clean out day. My friend is coming tomorrow to dig in the dirt and plant flowers tomorrow. I love that. I love that. That is such a fun thing to look forward to. Hey, you know what's a fun thing for me to look forward to tomorrow? Not doing jury duty. Yes. Yes. Ooh, Cheryl, I love that you're in bed with the jammies and the popcorn. Make sure to brush the popcorn out that it will inevitably accumulate so you don't sleep on it. I love it. Narelle slept. Yay for playing in the dirt. And yes, so here's a fun thing. My jury duty has been fulfilled by just even being available to show up. I called today and they said, do not come in tomorrow. And I'm absolved of my jury duty. Yay, Carla Jane. Isn't it good to have friends you can walk with? Walking with a friend on the 4 laps on your track. I highly recommend, Carla. And you know what I'm talking about. The Book of Good Stuff. The Book of Evidence of a Life Well Lived. I should add that to the front. I'm going to add that right now because that's a good thing. Evidence. Proof. Because we're in a full court of law. Proof of a life well lived. See, as you can tell from what's going on in the world, you can have literally all the money in the world and still be miserable. Or you can be just regular folk like us and delight in the fact that you have friends that you can dig in the dirt with and walk around with. Good stuff. Christine, nice to see you. Okay, Judy Dukes, Judy Dukes. I feel like that should be a song, but I got nothing. Judy, Judy, Dukes, where are you? Is that one? Huh? Boundaries, people. Stop signs on either side of you. Protect yourself from the news. Now, there's a difference between hiding your head in the sand and knowing that stuff is going on, but not getting too deep into it. Leslie and Cheryl and I know it. Yes, it is an act of self-preservation to minimize your exposure to what's going on now, because if you don't, it will poison your day. Now, I'm being very clear. This does not mean ignore it, but it means like, okay, maybe just reading the headlines and not reading the article. Perhaps it is limiting your time on social media. Only you can do it. I can't be there and turn off your thing, but I will say it has made a difference for me to step away from the news. When I feel better, I do better. Okay? And look, the people who are doing this shit are doing it to make us miserable. Don't let them make you miserable, Judy Dukes. Flip them the bird. I know it is difficult. It is. And I'm not ignoring it, but I'm saying there is a balance. And if you're getting out of balance, if you're getting too much of the poison and you're feeling poisoned, go on a detox. Stop the poison and start to go digging in the dirt. Call a friend and say, "Can you take a walk?" Have a Zoom with friends. Heck, hopefully these YouTube lives, these surprise YouTube lives, are helping you out. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mhm. Yep, it is a tough time. I am not gonna pretend it isn't. I am not Mary Sunshine, okay? But what I will say is it is resistance to not let them make you feel horrible all the time, okay? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Leslie says it's so welcoming the way you would take the time to address us by name and engage with our comments. Makes it feel like a real community. Yeah, I'm not up here pontificating and being like, look at me and all the stuff I have. No, I'm here to hang out and connect too. So I'm glad you like that and I appreciate it. Um, I like to feel like I'm connected to real people, especially when they're real cool people like all y'all. Okay. So here's a fun thing. Yes, what we focus on grows. I think about that. What you focus on, you create more of. I know I read that somewhere, probably in a self help book. But think about it, the things you practice, you get better at. So if you practice the things you don't want, you're going to get better at it. Right? So let's think about this. Everybody, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to do it myself. Let's play along at home. Okay, Barb? Yes, we are all here together. Um, let's do this. Let's help Judy Dukes out. Let's help ourselves out of this rut. And let's just take a moment because this is the time of day when we're winding down. Let's pretend we're in our car and we're looking at the rear view mirror from just today. And let's just take a moment. I will put on my timer. Okay? Oh, let's put on our timer. I'll read what Carla said in a minute, but if you're reading, you can see it too. It's awesome. I'm going to set my timer for literally 1 minute. Do you have something to write with? Anybody got something to write with? If you don't, go grab something. I'm pretty much always got a pen in my hand. And you can tell I'm left-handed, unlike Miss Casey. Uh, we're gonna take a minute and let's just jot down some good things that we made happen today or that happened to us or we observed. Okay. Let's try to balance out the scales a bit. Now, look for it and you're going to find it. Okay. I'm going to do this myself. I will set the timer for just a minute. And the reason I do that is this is a minute may not seem like enough time because your backseat driver will also, I don't have enough time to do that. I don't have enough time to do that. When you put your timer on for even just a minute, you'll realize how much time it is. Okay. Now, I love this. I am going to share what Carla's saying because she's just such a darling. She says, I told my friend today that I am not okay. And let's please dig in the dirt tomorrow. During my first divorce, she helped me plant roses on the front lawn. They still bloom 14 years later. And my daughter's first tattoo is the first tattoo she ever got. And she calls it Mom's Rose. Yeah. Isn't it crazy that some things that we plant the seeds of, like first marriages, don't last, but friendships and roses do last much longer than those first marriages. I know mine do. My friends, I don't have roses, but I got friends that I plant the seeds and I water and I stay in touch with. So let's do this, shall we? I think this is a good idea, so we're going to do it. I am going to be quiet for a moment, literally a minute. I'm going to set my timer, and you'll hear it when it goes off too. And I invite you, if you don't want to write it down, you don't have to, but writing it down helps you focus. Okay? Grab yourself something to write with, and we're going to be quiet for just a minute and just reflect back on today. Okay? Yeah. We're going to reflect back on today for just literally un minuto, uno minuto. And we're going to write down some of the good stuff that happened today. Okay. And even if you say it off the top of your head, oh, I can't think of anything, find some stuff. Okay. Just think about it. How about it felt so good when I took my bra off today? Or I'm so lucky to open up the fridge and have food. It did not rain today, and I was so glad to see the sunshine. All right, I'm setting the timer for a minute. I'll be quiet. I'm going to write down the good stuff for me today. I highly recommend you do the same. As soon as the timer goes off, we will engage, but the timer's going. All right, 1 minute. Let's see what happened today. How'd that go for you? You don't need to share, but just notice taking literally a minute and just reflecting back and saying, what good stuff did I make happen? What good stuff did I observe? I'll share some of the stuff that I did. Um, I'm just finishing one down. I know I have more stuff to write down. I saw crocuses today. I saw yellow ones. I saw light purple ones, and I saw those really dark purple ones that I love so much. I took a walk in the sunshine today. I walked down to the bank like I said I was going to. Um, this is going to sound so goofy to many of you, I'm sure, but I instead of waiting till I come home and said to my husband, "Oh, can you change the time on the clock in the other car because it was still daylight savings?" I said, "No." I was in the parking lot about to do a return, and I said, "I can do this." So I was on my phone and I Googled how to change the clock because it definitely wasn't intuitive, but I did it. So I now know how to change the clock in the car. Um, I was so excited to not have to do jury duty today, and I don't have to do it tomorrow. I have had some awesome interactions with people throughout these YouTube lives today. Um, I texted with my sister about her going through her clutter and me going through mine. Now you'll notice too, I have substantially fewer boxes right here. I kept those ones there. I feel like I'm Carol Merrill on TV. But I moved them over to the corner here, and I didn't just move them willy-nilly. I got them in kind of chronological order. You know? So yay, Carly Jane says, "Wow." Um, Cheryl Siegel says it went well. Best YouTube lives were the first things I thought of, said Leslie. So see, this is the power of stopping, setting a timer, and just giving yourself the space and the opportunity. If I had set it for 2 minutes, I bet you anything we would have come up with some more stuff. So notice the power of just stopping and reflecting. Sure, there's a lot of shit going on, but there's some good stuff too. And when you can recalibrate and balance it out, don't I look like the girl from the like Midnight of Garden of Good and Evil, right? Um, Yay. Christine says, I had such beautiful interactions with people today as I was making appointments, working with contractors, laughing with a friend. Thank you for reminding us to take a time to reflect. And here's the beauty of it. You and I, we all have each other. The man, the men with the most money in the world are the most miserable because nobody wants to hang out with them. So money isn't as important as what we have now. Not going to say it's not important. I'd be foolish if I didn't. But notice you can have all the money in the world and be a miserable SOB. Or you can delight in the interactions. Nobody wants to interact with the man with the most money in the world. No, except to maybe push him in the mud. So remember, no matter what's going on, you've got good stuff going on too. And recalibrating yourself and reminding you of that, especially at this time of day, maybe that will set you up for good dreams. Maybe that will set you up to be like, you know what? Good stuff happened today. How can I make some good stuff happen tomorrow? Now, I love doing this. And sometimes I don't do, I'll be honest with you, I am not a machine. Sometimes I don't do this at the end of the day. Sometimes I do it in the morning, but I always take time. I have shown you my books right here. I'm knocking over my chapsticks. 5 plus years, or at least 4 plus years of good stuff. This is therapeutic. This helps me not lose my shit. You know? Hey, McDugs, MC Dugs, like MC. Yo, hammer time. So I hope you did some good stuff today. I hope you made some good stuff happen. And even if it didn't happen right away, maybe you planted some seeds. Maybe you planted some seeds for things that won't bloom for a while yet, but planting the seeds of something you know you want to happen and knowing that you started something. I started something. I believe that's a Smith song. Maybe it's just Morrissey. I don't know. I planted some seeds today. I planted some seeds that when I go up and see my sister again, we're going to look through some old family photos. I did a little bit of research on a trip that I might take with some friends, and I emailed them about it to be like, "Ooh, those flight prices are a little bit more spendy than I thought, but let's keep on doing it." And Christine is actually saying, "Don't forget to like the live." That's so sweet of you. We've got a pretty good do, you know. Okay, Judy Dukes, I love that you did this. I'm glad, I am proud of you for participating in this exercise. It's an exercise. Macho, macho man. She says, I realized as writing, everything was doing things that helped other people out. It was good to help them, but I didn't do anything for myself. Even though helping other people can also be helpful for ourselves. So I love it that you're going to make a list for tomorrow. And so you know what you're going to start with. Here's a fun thing. I color code my lists, right? And here's a fun thing. You're getting a glimpse. First of all, jury duty with a question mark is going to be replaced with an exclamation point and a no. Okay. Here's a fun thing. My YouTube lives, I make them blue. I don't know why. I just do. I scheduled 2 YouTube lives for tomorrow, you guys. You're the only people who are going to know about it. Okay? Because you showed up. I want to give you something special. 9 a.m. Eastern. Does that work for you tomorrow? 9 a.m. Eastern and noontime Eastern. Okay? If those times do not work for you, let me know. I just came up with them and nobody else knows about it but us. And if they don't work for you, I can change it. I can't go much past 12 because guess what? I'm meeting, we have a friend and I'm getting a massage tomorrow, which is great because I've got a little something, something here. But I have some free time because I had cleared my schedule and I don't have to do jury duty. And so I did that. And then the pink stuff. The pink stuff is, um, um, there we go. Okay, that works for one, and I'll catch the others after work. You got it, Sue. Pink stuff. This is the color. Are you surprised by looking at these, the colors that I have? Okay, good, Judy Dukes. I will look forward to seeing you. That pink is the color that I use for the good stuff for me. So like when I got mani pedi for my, I'm not going to show you my toes. Good. I will look forward to seeing you at both. You and Melissa with two S's. Um, I color the good stuff for me in with pink. So Judy Dukes, here, if I could hand you this through the portal and you grabbed it, I want you to put some stuff on, and not just my TikTok lives or my YouTube lives, but feel free to color those pink. And notice, here's another thing to practice your boundaries, or you're carving out your chunks of time just for yourself is yeah, Narelle, if you're in Australia, I can't do the math in my head, but yes, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time in the US, and noon time Eastern. It might be a bit wonky for you, but you can always catch the replays. Hey, Mr. DJ, pon de replay. Do some good stuff for yourself tomorrow. Okay? Kim Christensen will be listening at work. I love it. I love it. Okay? Put something on your schedule tomorrow. And how about this? All the days that I'm gone, because I will be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Make sure you use this color. Color code something in. And notice that tomorrow, notice how I carve out a chunk, a specific chunk of time for my YouTube lives, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, from noon until 1 Eastern. That means you can do the same, and you can say, I'm doing whatever I want during that thing. Okay? I color code because it is a quicker way for my eyes to see whether I have, again, a balance of coaching and consultations, you know, what is it, like my coaching, my consultations, my like other appointments. And so I have a balance. And if I see too much of my work, what's that old thing? All work and no play makes Beth a dull girl. Yeah. So I always say, okay, if I don't see any pink on there, and pink is also, frankly, when if I go to yoga, if I'm doing my strength training, stuff like that there, what are you going to color code in that is good for you? So that when you reflect on the day tomorrow night, you can say, I did some good stuff for other people and myself. Okay. Yes. And Kim, you know what it is because if you think about it, colors don't have words and numbers associated with them. They light up a different part of your brain. So you can see literally at a glance what that is. That's why I don't like when you go to like the just shopping centers, that they try to make all the signage uniform. That means you got to read it. When they used to have great graphics, you could tell in a hot minute if the logo was for like the Acme or for like the dry cleaner, right? So make things easy on yourself. If it makes it fun and easy to color code it, play with color coding it. Okay? But carve out some time tomorrow for yourself, and do things that are going to make you feel good, that are going to give you kind of more gas in your tank. And it's funny because they talk about like electric cars, and I think the electric car motif is a little bit even more apt, because like when you put gas in your car, you go there and it goes boo 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 boo. This is more like charging your battery. Okay? Carla says pink is my signature color. I went through a pink phase. It's comical. I did not realize I was until I looked around and I noticed all these things but pink has often made me happy. So I love that. I also like lime green and orange and stuff like that there. You know? No, that one persona, check it out. You just tuned in. Good news. Good news. No jury duty tomorrow. I called up. I was ready to go. I had wiped the day clean, and they said you don't need to come in, and your duty is like absolved or something. So I am good to go, and I decided to do 2 YouTube lives tomorrow. And the only people that are going to know about it, I'll repeat it throughout tonight because I want to make sure everybody who showed up today. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was willing to go, but I'm glad I don't have to. It's fun. As my sister said when we were texting today, it is definitely, because she and I, we joke that we share the same brain, that it was kind of like a snow day. Like you were expecting to do something, but then you don't have to. But I'm going to do 2 TikTok live, excuse me, YouTube lives tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern and noon Eastern. Okay. Um, and yeah, oh darn. Yep. Ah, shucks. So good stuff. Also, I know it's probably going to make you have to get up and pee in the middle of the night, but everybody, please hydrate. Please hydrate. Hey, Suzanne Cooper, nice to see you. There we go. Okay, Judy Dukes, do not bottle up and explode. No, don't do that. If you feel like you're going to explode, move your body. Shake your body down to the ground. Let that energy, look at me, I feel like I'm a Muppet, but let that energy shake it off, like Taylor Swift says. Get it out of your system. Don't let it bottle up. If you're feeling like this and you feel like you're going to explode, explode onto the dance floor. Go take a walk. Move your body, okay? Things, we will be okay. We will be okay. And when we tell ourselves we're going to be okay, we get out of crisis mode and into kicking ass mode, okay? That's why I'm here to remind you that we can do that, okay? So, you did some good stuff today. I did some good stuff today. Did I get everything done on my list? No. Did I push something off that I don't necessarily want to do? Yeah. Welcome to being a human. Um, but I got some good stuff done and I choose to feel good about what I did do and give myself grace for what I didn't do. Notice that. Um, Leslie is saying, do you do the color coding on the habit tracker or regular calendar? Both actually. I will so it's a different thing. So on the oh no, the habit tracker, excuse me. I was thinking of my daily roadmap. No, habit tracker is pretty much the just the black pencil that I have attached here, which reminds me, you can also feel good. If is anybody using a habit tracker here? If you are, you might want to get it right now. And this is a great time to reflect on what you did well for your habits today. I did most of the morning stuff. I did not take any kind of class. That's okay. It's a pothole, no big deal. And technically, it's an X because I didn't plan on it. And tomorrow, I will not be doing one either. That is okay. But did I take 2 walks today? Yes. Did I get 10,000 steps? Yes. You know how? I totally meandered around the grocery store. I didn't take the direct route. I meandered up and down some aisles to get some extra steps. Okay. I love it, Leslie. You got it. Okay. You got it. I drank a second thing of water. I did. Yes. Did I have protein with each meal? Yeah, close enough. Have I brushed my teeth yet? No. Oh, I did take my evening pills. Okay. So I'm almost done. So if you have a habit tracker, and I'm thinking of you, where is it, Suzanne Cooper? Or anybody who said that they're using this, use the next 32 minutes. Notice that took me, I couldn't have even timed that, it took so quick. Catch up on your habit tracker. Notice the things you did and congratulate yourself. Notice the things you didn't and get curious about it, but don't beat yourself up and endeavor to try better tomorrow. And notice I have a big gap right here because I'm not bringing my habit tracker when I go traveling. No. Will I try to do all these things when I'm away? Yeah, I will try to move my body, drink some water, eat healthy, right? There we go. Suzanne is sitting there with her highlighters. Yeah, let's make it fun. Get it colorful. It doesn't have to be boring. I love it. Good stuff, people. Good stuff. Yeah, it is a time in history unlike any of us has experienced before. My mother's 84. She was born during World War II, so even she barely remembers the actual war except as a little kid perspective. I say this because if we are living through history, let's look at this historically from the future back to today and say to yourself, what character do I want to be in that story? What story do I want the family telling about me as to what I did during the war times? Was I helpful to other people? Did I hide people in my basement? Did I give food to the poor? Or did I obey in advance? Did I try to suck up to people who were in charge? Think about it like World War II stories. Who's never don't you want to be like the hero, the person who helped people? So many of us, I think, have read those stories and say, "Ooh, if I were back there, I would have been a helper." There were a lot of helpers. You can be a helper too. Wouldn't you like to be a helper too? Be a helper. Drink Dr. Pepper. So, what can you do today to help yourself? Okay, habit tracker. Didn't complete any of them. I will do better with this reminder. Judy Dukes, is there anything on your habit tracker that you could do before you go to bed? Something really easy and simple? If not, I highly recommend how can you make your habit tracker things even simpler? The beauty of this is why I give you the blank template and you can print it out for the rest of your life. Is if you filled it out and everything seems too hard and too not doable, scrap that one, chunk it down and start a new one. If you said I'm going to do 20 minutes of decluttering and you haven't done it, scrap it and say I'm going to do 5 minutes of decluttering. If I said I'm going to get 10,000 steps and you didn't, cut it in half, chunk it down. 5,000 steps. Chunk it down so you feel better about what you did do. Okay? You can do this. We are here for the long game. This is not like win, pass, or the win, passing or failing. This is learning and iterating. This is seeing what works and doing more of it and the stuff that doesn't. Leslie says, I'd love habit tracker suggestions. Leslie, here's mine. You want to see how boring and old person-y I am? But I need these. Some things to me are easy and organic. Other things, it really just makes it easier for me to accomplish them if I have a visual reminder. Mine are a lot of, I take walk number one. Typically, that is it. I don't notice. I don't have any time attached to it, but ideally, now that the weather's nicer, I go outside and I walk in the morning, whatever day. Notice how not specific it is. Walk number one. I also take vitamins in the morning. I take fiber. Yes, I'm like 90,000 years old. I drink water number one. Now, typically, I try to fill this thing right here filled and drink one of those. I also try to schedule in some like yoga class or something. And then I repeat some of these things. Walk number two, water number two. I, if I don't write down to brush my teeth, I will often go to bed without brushing my teeth. I know it sounds gross, but it helps to remind me to do it more often if I write it down. Okay. I also have a pill I need to take at night. So I have that written down too. Those are a lot of mine. Very boring, very small, but it helps me feel better and stay on track. I highly recommend, and I know everybody, Suzanne, I'm thinking about how you have augmented the habit tracker. Start small, but just start. If you guys now notice how I don't have decluttering on mine because I'm pretty good at that and I'm self-motivated for it. But if you are struggling with clutter, maybe what you do is on your decluttering thing, you put at the end at the bottom of it like 5 minutes of decluttering per day. Or maybe you put like a noontime declutter of 5 minutes and then an end of day reset. Okay. Like a reset of like when I used to work at Pier 1 Imports. Attention Pier 1 customers. The time is now 8:45 and Pier 1 will be closing in 15 minutes. Please begin to bring all your selections to the front registers and thank you for shopping at Pier 1. And this is why I don't remember to brush my teeth because my brain is filled with something like that. Okay. And technically, I could have used my microphone, but any microphone will do. Okay. Doing a reset, a putter and declutter. Right now, you guys, I'm going to be here for another 26 minutes, 16 minutes. I'm trying to do the math. You can putter and declutter. Put some dishes in the dishwasher while I'm chatting with you now. Wipe down a counter. Put some stuff in the recycle bin. Open up your mail and get it out of the envelopes and then recycle the envelopes. Do some things that are going to set you up for success for tomorrow. Clear off your bed if you've got stuff piled on it. Fluff your pillows. Fluff your pillows. Get things ready for you tonight so that you feel good tonight and you have sweet dreams. That you also wake up in the morning and maybe there's a surface that's cleaner. Maybe the dishwasher, you put it on overnight. Maybe you will go fold some laundry. I folded 2 loads of laundry today and did two loads of laundry. Ruth Barry says, "Do you have a camera in my kitchen?" No, I just need to mentally look at my kitchen, right? Because we all, we have a lot of more in common than we have than keeps us apart. Okay. I know that I will probably leave some dishes in the sink. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be lazy, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Who knows? I have a little elf I live with. Sometimes my husband, he might put some of those dishes in the dishwasher. He may not. Yeah, that one persona clearing the bed and doing the dishwasher. Are you in my house? Yeah, we're all in this together. There we go. Okay, Carla Jane is headed into the garage to clear off a couch you are taking to the road tomorrow. Awesome. Carla Jane, check in with us. Let us know before I stop at 9 o'clock that you're okay and you did not fall and hurt yourself in the kitchen. Okay, excuse me, in the garage. I went into my garage today and I had forgotten that I had put some things out there to go to the Goodwill. When I went out today and did some errands, I dropped those things off at the Goodwill. I also put some things in there that as I was decluttering my stuff that I know I want to bring up to my sister up in Massachusetts the next time I see her. There we go. That one persona. Yes, I'm psychic. I'm psychic. That one persona, it says ta-da. Yeah, turning your to-dos into ta-das. Hand washed some water bottles that I'd been procrastinating to wash. Okay. And Carla Jane has promised us, you guys, we're going to look out for Carla so she doesn't hurt herself. Thank you, dear. I worry. Okay. I'm sending you good vibes. Yes, we have an area to the left of our kitchen sink, which is where the hand washes go. And I am pretty much like the hand washing person, except for a few items. And there are some things that are not too bad, but it does feel good when you've done those. Does anybody else have something that you could hand wash that you're procrastinating on? Feel free to do it now before 9 o'clock. You may feel ta-da and you'll feel good before, and then you can write that down for something good that you made happen today. You know? Use this time. You can choose to use the time any way you want. Now, I'm not going to force you to clean your kitchen. If you're tired and you're splayed out on a bed or whatever and you can't even, then don't even. But if you know you'd feel a little bit better getting up and doing a little bit of cleaning up, now it sounds like Rosanna Dana, you know? And um yeah, Kara. I love this. It's so true. Well, I uploaded a TikTok that didn't record my voice. I failed to turn on the dryer, so my clothes are not dry yet. Yet is an awesome word. And we leave at 2 a.m. But I did do a bunch of stuff in the yard. It's all good. It's all good. You know what? You can do a voiceover for your TikTok. Your clothing will be dry and you leave for 2 a.m. to go to California, and you've got a wonderful return flight that you booked. Put down, I booked a lay down flat mint seat in your things you made happen today. I expanded, my stretched out my nervous system, like the boy in the plastic bubble, or like, I don't know, one of those clear bubbles that people used to dine under during COVID. Okay. All right. Ruth Barry says if it needs to be hand washed, I avoid using it because I will put off cleaning it. Know thyself. Yeah, it's kind of like me. I don't want to buy any clothing that I have to be too precious about cleaning. Um, oh, see, this is so good. So check this out. Judy Dukes. Remember how Judy wasn't feeling so good earlier, but we're here for her. She was reminding that she did some good stuff. She says, I subbed today where I taught for 37 years, and this just happened. I got a text from a teacher thanking me for coming into her room and caring about how she was doing with family issues. How does that make you feel, Judy? That makes me feel pretty good. That makes me proud of knowing that I'm hanging out with good people that care about other people. People, Emmer effer people, you know? I hope that makes you feel good, Judy. And notice that it didn't take a speck of money for that person to make you feel good. They didn't buy you a gift. It was just the communication of thanks and gratitude and appreciation. And those things don't cost a penny, and yet they can be so wonderful. And it helped a lot. Yeah. Isn't that cool that that happened? And we don't do it for those reasons, but you never know how much you helping somebody can really help them. Okay, it is perfect timing. Now, yes, everybody, we're going to send good travel vibes to Kara because she's going to try for an upgrade for the flight over to from to Cali. Okay, here's what I offer. It can never hurt to ask. Can't hurt, might help. Can't hurt, might help. I learned recently, way too recently for the amount of travel that I've been doing, that I could check the app for American Airlines and see if any of my flight seats were other better seats become available. I've been able to upgrade my seats that used to be paying seats. Nah, we're still in worse seats than ever, but that's because my husband's tickets for free. Okay, but yes, never hesitate to look for, inquire, ask about, make happen, and upgrade. If it happens, it can be so much fun. If it doesn't, at least you tried, you know? Yeah. And packing all my non-clothes stuff, love it. Do not pack the 17-year-old, 17-pound cat, right? He knows. You see, we as humans have kind of gotten out of touch with our animal sense, our gut reaction. But notice our kitties and puppers, our animals know when something's going on. We were always getting the side eye from our dog when we'd be packing up stuff, and he kind of knew if he wasn't coming with us, you know? But notice, maybe if we send good vibes to Kara, that might build her confidence to ask for the thing. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. And it can be fun to find out what makes an ocean wave wave. I can walk like a penguin. My name is Karen. My name is Karen. I just crack myself up. You know what? Why would I even watch TV? I just need to hang out in my own brain and it cracks me up. Exactly, Ruth Barry, Museum of Science. Yes. Yes, I got to look at that. And here's the crazy thing. Yes, the worst thing they can do is say no wisely. Yes, the worst, absolute worst thing they can say is no. And here's the thing, if you don't ask, you don't even give them the opportunity to say yes. You've already said no for them. I am always asking for an upgrade. And I do it nicely and kindly. And I put it out there and I hope it works. And if it does, it's great. And if not, whatever. And I have gotten some kick-ass corner rooms recently, okay? Now I do have a bit of a Marriott status thing where I guess they're supposed to give us a better room, but sometimes I don't know. But it's fun to practice asking for what you want because the more you practice, the easier it rolls off your tongue. Do you know how many times I said to people, the time is 8:43 and Pier 1 will be closing in, 17 minutes. You know how often I said that? It rolls off the tongue to this day. Would you like to save 10% by opening up a Pier 1 charge card? I haven't been worked for Pier 1 since the frickin' did I work there in the 90s? I did work there in the 90s, early 90s. But notice the things that stick with you. The more you practice something, the easier it gets and the less your energy gets into kind of a freak out, you know? Yeah, and yay, McDugs, for teaching your girls not to be afraid to ask. I was taught to be afraid. I was taught no. I was discouraged to ask for what I wanted in the first half of my life. Yeah, pretty much reflected it. I'm not I'm not proud of it, but it's the way I was raised. I love leading by example for my nieces and nephews to do something different than what I was taught. I am so glad I am a living example of saying yes and asking for what I want and not just asking for it, but doing the things to do what I want. I would not be sitting here right now chatting with you all if I did not decide to fly out to California myself in 1998. I had never been there myself. I flew out to Los Angeles to see a music festival. I didn't know it at the time, but I was meeting my now current husband. We've been married 22 and a half years. Yay, Carla's back. Guess whose couch is done? Yes, declutter that couch, Carla Jane, and we're all glad you checked in and you're safe back in the home. You know, yeah. Pier One, Kim Christensen. If you miss Pier One from back in the day, if you want to get like I almost said that, if you want to get the 21st century version of that, if they have a cost plus world market near you, I am telling you, that is so Pier One, down to the brand of wooden shelving they use. I know for a stone cold fact because I used to assemble and disassemble that stuff all the time. They sell Papasan chairs, they sell candles, they sell all that stuff. Okay, Cheryl, I love this. My wife and I leave for a cruise in 15 days. Awesome. I leave for a cruise on Friday. My wonderful sister is coming from California to take care of our fur babies. Yay. I have not been out of Kansas for 22 years, so trying to figure out packing. Don't stress out about it. Fit as much stuff. I mean, I'm bringing only a carry-on, but throw in things you can imagine yourself. Pretend it's the Love Boat. I'm bringing a caftan. I am bringing so many fun clothes because this is a oops, this is a 70s themed cruise I'm going on, and so I have a lot of vintage inspired kind of clothing. Have fun. Wear things once or twice. Don't stress about it. Throw some stuff in your suitcase and know that even the most seasoned travelers, we often will forget something or pack too little or too much. Okay? So bring a caftan, bring a couple of pairs of shoes, not shoes, like flip flops, sandals, bring some sneakers, so your feet don't hurt. You might want to bring something to put on over your stuff in case you get cold, you know, but don't stress about it. Have fun and know that nobody else is watching you or what you wear as much as you are. So the things that I was looking in my closet, I was like, oh, that would be fun to wear. It was for me. I want to wear the things that I bought. And I haven't worn yet because I've been wearing black all week year because it's been freaking, cold out. Okay? But have fun and know that, there's no exact way to do it. Okay? And I cannot wait. The neat thing is, Cheryl, I will be back from our cruise because we're only going for like 4 days. Um, before you leave on yours. So if there's any tips that I get from being on a cruise ship, I'll be happy to relay them to you. Okay? So, yay for you for taking care of yourself. Good stuff. I don't even know if the clothing, frankly, that I pulled out is going to fit in my suitcase, but I'm going to give it a shot. Hey, check this out. Rena said, just did some light starter decluttering while listening to you talk, and now I'm sitting down for dinner. Awesome. Katie Clayton says, yay, I can see my living room floor now. I put all of the laundry up while during this live. There we go. Okay, Ruth Barry. Yeah, before my next trip, I need to reach out to you for this packing pep talk. 100%, I would love it. Destination decluttered. Does that not just scream travel? You know, there are a lot of people. There's one girl. Her name is Riley with a two e's at the end. She gets wicked into packing and stuff. But I will just say this: bring clothing that's going to be comfortable on your body. Bring things you can layer and bring things that kind of coordinate in case you need to do mixy matchy things. That one persona says everybody says it with me. Ta-da! I love it. Ta-da! Good stuff, people. The little wiping off of the hands of a job well done. We've got about 11 minutes now. After that, ta-da! Turning your to-dos into a ta-da. Yes. Great job on the stuff done and great relaxing to everyone that needed rest. Yes. Sleep, rest, recovery, treating your human body kindly. And that means your physical body and your electricity, your neurological body, your mental energy, all of that stuff. I demand you treat yourself with kindness. I will always be, I feel like harping on it sounds too whatever. I will always be lovingly reminding yourself to take care of yourself because that is resistance, that is power. Because when you have energy, you can kick ass. If you're too tired and weak, or maybe you're wearing painful high heels, you can't kick somebody in the tuchus. Okay? So there we go. Carla Jane just threw out my senior prom dress. I loved it, but so faded. Done and in the garage cart. Yeah, sometimes these things will be bittersweet. I have a t-shirt, a couple of t-shirts there that are practically threadbare. I may be in the part right now after having them for 40 plus years that I may just take a picture and let it go. I'm never going to wear it again, but it can be a bit temporarily heartbreaking. But in the long run, you're gonna feel okay about it. Okay? Oh, yes. Carla Jane says, I promise you, Beth cares and will not let you overdo yourself. Yes, if I was there physically with you, it would be a lot easier. But all I can do is remind you the words and the energy I send you are of care. And I hope you feel them and I hope you act accordingly. Care for yourself. Cheryl Lopez, nice to see you. Hey, Cheryl, unbeknownst to me, oh yeah, that one persona says like the live. That's nice. Yes, she will come and snatch you up, as my granny would say. I don't quite know what that means, but I think it's a good thing. Cheryl says she logged on 20 minutes ago and was able to declutter 3 shelves in the guest bedroom. Awesome. Very important because she's getting prepped for her best friend's visit. Yeah, getting your place prepped, not just for you living in it, but as somebody coming in. That can put some pep in your step, right? So if any of you have some people visiting at any time soon, start your decluttering sooner. The worst that can happen is that your house looks and feels better for you before they get there. Okay? You know? Oh, there we go. A backside reminder to behave. No. You know what? I would snatch you up and give you a cuddle and say, go love on yourself, you know? So I think that's a lot more powerful than a little knick-knack fanny pack, give a dog a bone, you know? I will give you a big old hug and say, love yourself. And I would hope to transfer some of the love in my heart to you. All right. Remember that, what was it? That the Green Mile where they had the guy and he was able to make people better because he transferred the energy. I think we can be that way. I remember holding my dad's hand as he was in the hospital and when he passed, not when he passed, but as he was there to pass. I remember holding my great aunt Aga's hand and just hoping that they could feel the love that I was sending them through my hand. You know, I think love is the most powerful thing. Love is the drug I'm thinking of. Um, it's the thing that keeps the world reproducing, isn't it? You love somebody, you want to make babies, you know what I mean? Right? Yeah. And that one persona, thank you for letting me know that I have helped you learn to be more kind to yourself. It's not anything I grew up learning, but man, once I learned it and started practicing it, it feels so good. Just like Chuck Mangione says, you know? And we are in a midst, and love is so powerful. I think every generation, I don't know, frankly, if humanity will ever truly win the battle between fear and love. But man, if there's one side of that battle I'm going to be on is team love, right? Team love. Because team fear and hate, nope, not a good thing, you know? But if this is something that humanity has struggled with for millennia or thousands of years or whatever, you know, is love is powerful. Love is stronger than you think. So love yourself. That one persona is saying something my therapist told me that helped was that I need to give myself the grace I give to others. Yes. Put on, many of us, a number of us are going to be on flights soon. Please God, FAA still works. If not, please know I lived a life I loved. Okay, everybody know that. If I die in a fiery plane crash, know that I died doing something I loved, which was traveling. But I'm not going to get too morbid. But what I will say is this: put on your oxygen mask before you help others. Practice what you preach. Be kind to yourself. Be kind. Treat yourself as kindly as you would treat other people. And if you're going to treat people crappy, don't treat yourself crappy. Okay. So this is what it's all about. Yes, give yourself the same kindness you give a friend. Treat yourself like you would a friend. Treat your family like you would a friend. See how that works out. Yeah. Fear not is not of the Lord. He will never give us a spirit of fear. Amen. That's what Carla Jane says. Yeah. Yeah. Fear has you pulling back, hanging on, not changing. Love makes you grow and reach out and connect. Think of it. You know, yes, Carla Jane. I know. I know. Don't say that. We need you. Yes, but my hope is I'm going to, I definitely, I plan on being around for decades, people. But what I hope happens is even when I'm not here temporarily, actually, it was really cool. I found a poem that um, I read at my husband's mom's funeral recently. I found it when I was decluttering. And it's like, pretend I'm not gone, I'm just in the other room. And what I will say is, I hope that I live on in you by you treating yourself kindly, that you learned in 2024 and 2023 and 2025, you learned the skill of calming down your fears, learning to love yourself, having fun, giving yourself grace. That I always will be alive for you because you have learned these really cool things and they have improved your life, and then you will tell two friends, and so on, just like a Fabergé organic shampoo commercial. Okay, so yeah, so notice that people live on in us, in the way we do things, and hopefully it's the loving things we do. But many of us grew up with people who gave us crappy habits, so let's change those and be the people that have the good habits, and we inspire other people to be kind to your web-footed friend. Okay. Okay, yes. Now, Kara, you got this. Okay? Kara, you got this. Somehow let us know you got there safely. I'll even sneak on back onto the TikTok to if you're going to get on there. All right? You tell us. All right? We got a good group of people here. I actually am so grooving on the fact that these YouTube lives are not as chaotic as the ones at TikTok. Sure, I got a lot more followers, but you know what? I got the good people right here. So, speaking of the good people, please note that because I don't have to do jury duty tomorrow I have done for you guys and for me too. Trust me, I don't do anything that's not fun. If it's not fun, I'm not doing it. So, I like doing this. So, 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning, there's going to be a YouTube live. Noontime Eastern tomorrow, there's going to be YouTube live. And then officially 100% I'm signing off because I've got all sorts of stuff going on. Good stuff, all sorts of good stuff. And then I'll be back on on Wednesday the 19th. Okay? So, I share that with you because you guys are showing up for yourself by showing up for this live. Oh, oh, Carla Jane, that is so great. I'm going to sign off in about a minute. And Kara says, I'll try and sign on tomorrow. I should be surely you'll be on TikTok. If you can make it, that's great. If not, no worries. Okay. But you let us know and I'll communicate to the group that you got there safely. Okay. It's almost like I text my mother, even though she's 84 and I'm almost 60. Just want to let you know we got home safely. Okay. So Carla Jane says, Beth has changed my family's future, changing their world going forward. My grands and their children won't have the history my children do because Beth changed the trajectory. Well, I am honored that you feel that way, Carla, and I say thank you. But I also say that you, my dear, are the one who's changing it. I just happen to be the co pilot as you navigate towards a better future for you and your family. Okay? I think this is a lovely way to set off. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that every dream comes true. And now, till we meet again, everybody, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Good night.